Hey there everyone, this is Symetry. Welcome back to my playthrough of Etrian Odyssey 3. And this part we're going to continue exploration of the 15th and 16th floors. I'm going to do their quest together because of how it's formatted. So, let's get started. First of all, the Annihilator, a commenter who has been frequently commenting and helping me out in this LP, and he has told me that there is indeed a shortcut on the eastern side. Truth being told, I actually never knew it existed. You can start yelling at me now, going like, what? You never knew that existed? I never knew that existed. I have never checked that wall. I always assumed that it would think that this shortcut going around through the west side was easy enough. So I never, even in my original playthrough, ever thought there would be a shortcut on the eastern side. And it's partially because I actually miss it every time. I keep going for the brilliant spell, and then this wisdom earring. And I will always forget to check the eastern wall, or the western wall from the earring. So it will always get ignored. So I actually never knew that shortcut was there, which is stupid of me. But yeah, I never knew that shortcut was there. Thank you for contributing that. And it's just silly things like that that makes me appreciate having a little help, because I know I can't do this by myself. Everyone knows I cannot do this by myself. Anyone who tries doing an Etrian Odyssey 3, an Etrian Odyssey game by themselves is kind of just, not taking advantage of the perfect opportunity that the knowledge the viewers might possess that I might not. So it's little tidbits like that, and especially in the last two stratums, you'll be able to help me with things I will not know, because I'm a lot less likely to know things in the last two stratums, because they are... It's not to say I haven't played it in a long time, it's to say I haven't played it in a long time. So let's go through this shortcut. I'm going to go ahead and enable this shortcut on the eastern wall, which I never knew existed. I really ought to have known, but I didn't, so let's just go quickly do that. Vincent's still on TP because of how many times it took to get that puzzle solution done. I accidentally kept screwing it up or doing something totally not doable, and I had to take like 5 takes doing that. But that's fine, that's why Vincent's TP is a little low. Zero's is a little low too, because I had to use attacks during those takes. And we go down. The 16th floor, a blowing bladed wind. This is the only stratum from the quest I have looked at before I did this episode. This is the only stratum I've seen that doesn't take advantage of or have a quest that involves the take, mine, or chop points. And not unless I get a quest later in the stratum, or after I beat the stratum that involves it. But it's just a little silly. I like the symmetry. The symmetry's good. I like the symmetry. Let's go to the door. Now, okay, hey, look, more doors. And we got a chop point. That's nice. I'm thinking that this second section of this floor is also a lot less memorable than I think it is. I'm gonna know instantly once I see things. Oh, I remember what that's for, and all that jazz. But, oh, hey, it's not symmetrical at all, unless there's a door over there. No. There's probably shortcuts all around, all abound, but as I said, at this point, I'm just gonna wait till I get to the other side of the wall to do them, because there's no telltale, there is a shortcut here kind of thing to look at, such as the blue flowers. There's just no way to absolutely positively know. Alright, meet the Dementia Owl. The Dementia Owl will confuse you, or put you to sleep. It does both. It's annoying, and its weakness is fire, and it will give you a special item if you kill it with fire. It's not that hard to understand. I'm gonna have Mina aim at the other one because of her chance of instant death. Gardos has been mentioning that I always get instant death. The answer is no, I don't. I actually only get it about one-fourth of the time. 1/4 of the time at best, right now. Like 1/4 of every enemy I kill is gonna die. So, that's 25%, and it's not even that, it's somewhere around 25% of a regular strike, and then, anyways, Kubikiri is meant to be a side thing. Don't get me wrong, Kubikiri is extremely nice, and I like how a headbound is going to make him easier to deal with, and, Sarah! Do we have regroup tactic ready? No, we don't. Go to sleep. Now give me some time. Let's see. Supposing Zara doesn't kill her with her book. Okay, fine. We'll get his item later. I I didn't think Zero would kill her with a book, but, you know, yeah. Okay, we got into another set with Aplysiomorphas. This set's a little annoying because Aplysiomorphas will leg bind the crap out of you. Otherwise, it's not hard. And actually, I don't think the Dementia Owl's weakness is fire as much as it is volt. Hang on, I'll show you. It's not weak to fire, but you get its weapon if you kill it with fire. It's one of those things. No, it's not weak to volt. I thought it was weak to volt. Might be weak to ice, but it's not weak to fire. At least, unless I'm being stupid again, and it's actually weak to fire, like that ice incident with the Eerie statues, which was stupid. Yeah, no, it's not weak to fire either. I'm thinking it is weak to ice if it is weak to something. Because there's no way it's weak to just a physical element. Well, thank you for hitting the L1 button on your PS3 controller on accident before you can get his item. That's great. Back to where I was. Alright, continuing on. Alright, another new set. We got the Dementia Owl with double Eerie statue set. I'm gonna try binary ice and see if the owl is weak to ice, because I've been testing every other element and none of them work, so let's see if the Dementia Owl is also weak to ice, which would make this fight ridiculously easy. Well, not to say that, you know, instant killing one of the Eerie statues isn't... Yeah, okay, Dementia Owl is weak to ice, but you get his item if you kill it with fire. It's not that hard of a concept to understand. I'm gonna have everyone use their basic attack. And side note about Kubikiri and Swashbuckling, and this is the point of it versus, because this is a very common controversy, it versus Izuna. How do I describe this? I like Izuna, and it is technically more effective to use Izuna, but I don't really, Izuna is better in the stance of petrification and instant death being equal, and most of the time, an enemy that it has, most enemies don't have resistance to both, usually have the resistance to both of them the same. There's a few exceptions, and that's most notably in the FOEs being more resistant to petrification than they are to the instant death status. The main difference between instant death and petrification is that petrification is considered a status, so if they have like a status barrier, then petrification isn't going to go through. That is the main difference. There's not very many monsters that pull that kind of barrier, though. But basically, Izuna is better than Kubi. I hate to say it, but it is. The reason I use Kubi is A, even though I didn't decide completely on pincushion, it does get me 2 pincushion. B, rapiers are stronger than knives, so even if I don't instant kill it, I'll at least do a decent amount of damage. Since the Jolly Roger is a good weapon, this has helped a lot in my case. And the only time Kubikiri ever becomes better than Izuna is if you have a weapon with at least 3 instant death slots on it, if I remember right. If it has at least 3 instant death slots on it, it will be slightly better than Izuna, just slightly. But it requires the Swashbuckling. It requires Swashbuckling in order to get that. Or, if you have a Shogun with Ninja and Kubikiri, since you attack twice with 2 weapons, and if they're both forged with instant death, that makes Kubikiri better than Izuna as well. The main reason I don't like Izuna is because it does require the knife. And here's a little tidbits about knives you probably already know. Knives are weak. Very, very weak. Izuna does decent damage though, and is pretty accurate, but otherwise, if you're just using a regular attack, knives are weak. I do not like knives in that respect. Okay, we're gonna see that door, fancy door. I'm gonna get to that later. I'm gonna turn back and go down and show you what's that way before I go this way and explain what all this, that door and everything else is. But back to Izuna versus Kubi. Izuna's chance, when you're max level with max stats and everything, with pre-resistance calculation, is 90%, which is a lot better than 40% of Kubikiri. The only time Kubikiri gets even remotely better than that is if you use Swashbuckling or Shogun, with the most common result being 2 attacks, and forging their weapons with more instant death. Don't do it with petrification, because that doesn't add to your instant death chance, it just makes a new chance with petrification, which isn't exactly helpful. So Izuna Izuna requires less skill points to get to than Kubi, so it's also have an item point down here, and it's take. So that's basically the argument of Izuna versus Kubi. I think Kubi is more convenient because it lets you use other weapons, and it's on the way to a pincushion, which is the strongest attack in the game. And you're not going to be using your normal attacks against a boss, so that's why pincushion is still useful. So let's get off Kubikiri versus Izuna. That's the pros and cons of Izuna and Kubi. In general, just because Kubi is uses the normal attack factor is the main reason it can be better than Izuna. Otherwise, Kubi would be completely undermined. But let's get off Kubi and Izuna. I know I've been talking a bit too much about it. This door! The door before you has an elephant on it. Is that an elephant? I have no idea. It doesn't look like an elephant to me. On it, it has no handle and does not budge when you push it. You seem to have no way of opening this door at the moment. This leads to the very final true boss. Yeah, that's what all that mumbo jumbo above and above us was. Once we get one more item to merge those two with, we'll be able to go through that door and get the true ending, which won't be until after we beat the 4th round boss, of course. And there will be more true ending details as we approach the end of this floor, where you're not their little pretty heads. But it's mostly mostly gonna wait until after our boss for this floor is beaten. New set, kind of very familiar enemies. I'm gonna cut this off because it looks like it's gonna take a while. We'll see you guys in a sec. You know what? This fight's actually involved a lot of strategy because Mina isn't working her magic. As I said, it's only like maybe a quarter chance, 25% chance right now. Anyways, they casted this element and they're being annoying and they're actually kind of kicking ass and I'm actually kind of kicking ass, and this is just to show you what's going on. I've been using regroup tactic protect order on the front row, and this actually is taking, how many turns are we on now? 3? It's actually really intense, so both rows have the protect order on it. Zera's running low on TP, but I'm using binary fire regardless, because it at least does decent damage to the ones on the left and right, and she's gonna run out of TP soon, so I'm gonna have to go home soon. And I'm gonna go ahead and cast Primal Drums, so this goes at least slightly faster. It's really... Well, see, Incidef likes working its magic on camera, so that's just weird. So I'm gonna lower their defense. Gonna hit that one on the left really hard. You hit that, you defend, you hit that, you defend, and you Beast Force, and we're not dying. It's really... Zera. Killing these guys for... I only need one Damascus Edge, so... I'm gonna kill the one on the left. Screw it. I'm gonna kill the one on... Oh my god. That reminded me, in the previous episode, I got my lefts and rights mixed up a lot, and I feel so stupid. And you know that when you watch your recording back and you realize that you mix up your left and right, it's just stupid. How much I got it wrong, and it's just... I was rewatching the previous episode, and it wasn't until after I uploaded it when I realized that I was mixing up my lefts and rights. Towards the end of the episode, I mixed up my lefts and rights. That's just dumb. It makes me look like a complete idiot for everyone who noticed it. I wonder how many of you actually did notice it. Anyways, it's towards the last minutes of that episode, and it's... wow. I'm gonna end off this episode soon anyway. Maybe. It's just because this has been dragging on. But really... Anyways, we go around here, the room is symmetrical. I think this floor really likes its symmetry, so give it props for symmetry. Herder, I know how to map, this is down there. That doesn't exist. Wall there, no wall here. Just displacing a wall messes up your map pretty bad, and makes you screw up more. Oh, come on. Okay, here we go. More Freed Savage. Zera's pretty much out of TP, so we're gonna avoid him. Really, there's no reason to run into him. I'm gonna have to go back to town soon and get Zera back, get Zera a refill, unless we run into a camp spot, which would be great! But if I have to, I'll go ahead and backtrack back to the B-15 floor camp spot, and I'll do it there. God forbid we get into a fight that lasts more than 2 turns, so no. Just no. Even with regroup tactic ready, it's just pointless to go through that fight. Did I get a Damascus Edge? I wasn't paying attention. Cursed Talon. Wait, I did get a Cursed Talon? Man, I'm so confused. Got a cursed talent. I didn't get the Diminiscus edge. Ugh. Wonderful. Wonderful. This episode's actually been going on so long that I don't know how long it's been going on, and I know there's some parts I'm cutting out, so I'm gonna just pause a second. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm not gonna make a decimal point episode, but I'm gonna pause again once the audio compression is done, and so it doesn't pop up in front of your face. More Freed Savage. Well, one Freed Savage is okay, and getting the second one on me is not gonna hurt me too much, so I'm not gonna complain. There's no shortcuts connecting the Freed Savage room, I don't think, so after I go through this door, I'm gonna pause this compression audio thing. I don't know what I was thinking. That previous one only went for about 10 minutes. Okay then. Well, it gives me quite a bit more time to continue doing this floor. So let's see here. This is symmetrical. There's nothing really to say. It's symmetrical. And we will run into a shortcut soon. But once again, if I've been missing shortcuts along this entire route, point it out, because I am probably not investigating. Except I'm investigating. Hang on. I'm gonna fling more fire and try going for instant death and all that jazz. Which is... doesn't the camera just love me? It's weird. I need to get off it. Got Witch's Rope, though. It's a normal item, so I don't know how we haven't gotten it yet. But hey, there's a mine point up here. I probably would have missed this if I didn't go around the corner. It's like, oh hey, what's over there? But yeah, just some random mine point. That's fine. Now, of course, I mapped this wrong, so there is a corridor here. What, no more Freed Savage? Okay, we got a two-way. Is there a shortcut connecting this to the chop point? No. Okay, now that we're alone, we can take on the two Sauroposeidons. Fine. I'm gonna go ahead and line guard the back. I'm gonna use Protect Ward on the front. Sarah, you're going to use Typhoon Bolt Etheric Charge combo. It's the last thing you can do. Mina, you try attempting instant death just in case you use Beast Roar, so if this lasts more than one turn, at least don't die. That might have been a problem. Oh, that might have been a problem. I'm not too concerned about Vincent having less than that much TP. I think if we can find a camp spot, I will be fine, and I'll have quick access to a camp spot in a minute. So, I'm not too concerned, but I am concerned. And if I do have, I don't want to use that Amory too. It's too valuable. I could be using these warp chimes to give myself more time. Now that I realize that's why I bought them, I wanted to show you how awesome they are. So the next time we run into have a run-in with an FOE, which we might not even have, I'm going to show you how the word chime works. It's especially useful in the upcoming stratum, and I freaking love word chimes. They make your life a lot easier in the later stratums, even if only slightly. So. Up here. Yes, camp spot. Thank you. Game does listen to me. This game does have feelings. Alright, let's take advantage of this. Please say I have a tent. Yes. Sweet. Alright, now I'd pull off a 0.2 decimal episode, but no. Just no. Not gonna do that. That's just too stupid. I'm not gonna do that. We're on into this set again. I'm gonna try to get a Diminiscus Edge. And the reason I need the Diminiscus Edge is for a quest that we're going to be doing soon. It's doing 3 damage again. Now I have to use Primal Drums again if I want this to work a little faster. At least. So, Primal Drums. Because really, even if she's only doing like 7 damage, it's still better than her doing 3. So, go ahead and use Primal Drums again. 6. Yeah, see? 6 7 damage better than 3. So, defend, attack, defend. Awesome. Finally dead. Diminiscus Edge? Yes, awesome. We only need 1, and I don't need it for more items. I need it for a quest. That's why I'm getting it. I'm also not going to be selling Spearhead chips I'm getting, so that's also for the quest we have coming up. In this next stuff is plot related, but I'm gonna go ahead and get this shortcut out of the way. Thank goodness, exists. And though this camp spot was relatively pointless, it actually gave me enough TP to continue going, so I'm not gonna complain. Especially in this set. I mean, come on. I'm so proud. It has gotten to the point where Zera one-shots with one-shot Swordfish with a binary attack, and that just means now that it makes me feel happy because now I know I can actually kill the ants all the way back in the B-Night floor, and when I want to EXP farm, it's gonna be okay because she can now one-hit kill the ants because she can one-hit kill Swordfish. It's amazing. Okay, this is, as I said, it's gonna lead to some plot-related. It's gonna lead to some plot-related stuff. that I'm not gonna do till we face the boss in a few episodes. It's gonna have to wait till after the weekend, though. Okay, we got another set with the Dementia Owl, so... double Curse Knight Dementia Owl. I want more Curse Talents, because I need money! Give me your money! But, really. I'm gonna get an Anther charge out, I'm gonna try to attempt Headbind. The Gale Blades aren't that tough. Yes, Headbind! Thank you! Headbind makes this so much better. Because now it can't use its annoying attacks like Dazzling Eye. Go ahead and use Binary Fire. Attack. You keep attacking the Dementia Owl for no reason other than you can. Dead, dead, dead. Awesome. But no Cursed Talon. A little disappointing. And that's it. That's the entire room. If I step towards the door, it will give us a message warning us about the boss that's ahead. So we're not going to do it. And that pretty much ends off today's episode. I'm going to go home. And in the next part, I'm going to cover quests for these 2 floors. And after that, after the weekend, so after Sunday, Monday will be the full rush, and Tuesday will be the boss fight. Awesome. So, hey guys, this has been Liferik, and as always, I thank you for watching. If you have any relative information that I may have missed, or, you know, shortcuts I may have forgotten when I was walking by this entire top wall, then you can help me by leaving that in the comments, as always. Thanks for watching. Gonna say bye now. Bye.